What is going on? I've got another unboxing for you all to see. This time it is the Predator 2 Ultimate Armored Lost Predator. It has been a while since I've seen the Predator 2 movie. I don't know if this is a reference to like the comics or something else. Anyway, starting with the box, you get some nice artwork of the Predator on the front, and it is a window box package so you can see the figure right inside. Damn, he looks nice. And you got another picture. This is a picture of the figure itself, not artwork, like the front cover is. One thing I'll say, though, is from what I remember about the second movie, I don't remember the Predator having a sword. I know at the end of the movie there was a Predator with a sword, but I don't remember the main Predator having a sword. But I could be wrong. It has been ages since I've seen it. On the side, you have Predator 2, and if I could angle that right, it would focus. Yeah. 01 Ultimate Armored Predator. I'm guessing that means like first in the series. By the way, this is made by, show you on the top, Neca. And also on the top, just Predator 2 in the name again. On the back, you get a description. Again, I'm not going to sit here and read all this. You can pause the video right here if you want to. But I'm not going to read the whole thing right now. Oh, and on the side it says 30th Anniversary Collection. It's got an image of all the other Predators in this series you could get. Now here's kind of a little funny bit. So there's multiple pictures on the back of like the different poses you could pull off with this guy. But something kind of funny if you look right here. He, in this picture, is holding his sword backwards. Like, on the front you can clearly see it's got the red edge down. But on the back, he's got the red edge towards himself. So I don't know if he's doing that on purpose for some reason, like he's about to sneak up on someone and slit their throat, or if whoever was doing these photographs screwed up. Just a funny little thing I noticed. And last little bit is on the bottom. This is a nice, cool little thing. It actually shows you can put batteries in the mask to make the eyes of the mask light up, and it also, says it right here on the bottom. So that's it for the box. Let's get this guy open. Hopefully this won't take too long. It's just a little bit of tape holding it right there. Alright. Is there anything else in here? Oh, wow. So, on the back of the box, there's this little image of the interior of the Predator ship. It's kind of cool. Alright, let's get this guy out of the plastic. I'll start with this little shuriken down here. I do have one other Predator action figure. It's the one from the AVP movie, and it was the Celtic Predator versus Nethead. So this is the second Predator figure I've ever gotten. So it's shuriken. It's got some nice detail. The blades are silver. They look like they're designed to fold up, but obviously it's just one solid piece of plastic, so it doesn't fold. And the center looks somewhere in between blue and purple in terms of color. Nice little metallic color. He comes with... Oh, that went flying. Found it. Comes with two different hands. They both appear to be left hands. Yeah, I suppose one for holding his sword and one for... Not sure what this one would be for, but I'll figure that out. Oh, he's got another... Okay, he's got a right hand, I'm assuming, for holding the sword as well. I'll get the mask out. Wait. Is there something holding this in? I can't... Alright, so Okay, it's the, I should say, it's the mask that actually has, or it's the head that has a mask. And you've got the very noteworthy dreadlocks of the Predator on the back, and they're rubbery, so quite flexible. And there's a little tag right here. I'm guessing that's to allow the eyes to light up once you pull it out. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, it comes with batteries. Ooh, these are teeny tiny. Kind of pulled the whole top off. Give me a sec to get all that back in. Okay, so this, yeah. Looks like it goes there. I don't know how well this is gonna... Oh, it toggles on and off. You don't actually have to hold it down. Not sure how well this is showing up, but yeah, this little spout right here on the top of his head is a button to toggle the eyes on and off. They're very dim, but you know, they don't need to be that bright. Okay, so that's a cool feature. So he appears to have 3 heads in total. One's already on him. Maybe not make these easy to get out. So, yeah, here's kind of his roaring face. And again, nice rubbery dreadlocks. You don't have to worry about those breaking ever. And let's get his sword out and take a look at it. Okay, so the sword has some flex to it, and I will say it, unlike some other figures I bought, and this sword is like perfectly straight, almost. I think, yeah, I don't see any bends in this sword, so that's nice that I get a non-warped sword out of a set. So as I mentioned earlier, it's got a nice red edge. The back of the blade is black. The handle appears to be that metallic bluish purple. There's a little bit of silver detail also. So that's quite a bit of detail on the sword alone. Alright, that's it for his accessories. Now it's time to get him out. He's got these things that have backs on them. I've got to work on the focus of this thing. Alright, so he's just got 2, okay, make that 4 ties holding him in. Okay, it's not usually this hard to get these off, so pardon me for a moment. Okay, there we go. With all the ties off, just pops off the front. Ow. His claws are kind of sharp. He just poked me. Didn't draw any blood. Okay. All right, and also something noteworthy from the Predators is that he has a shoulder cannon or a plasma canister on the back that does rotate a bit. Does it fold up? Oh, it actually folds up. Is it, I'm just trying to see how, if it's on like a, okay, so it is on a ball joint, so that's nice. So it has a lot of different directions it could aim. Up, down, and there's a ball joint connecting it to the shoulder. And it tucks in nice as well. Okay, so he's out of the box. First thing I'm going to go over is articulation. You have your, in the shoulders, your typical outward at the shoulders. And just below the shoulders, unlike the upper bicep, is where the arms can rotate as well. But the shoulders are just the typical outward and forward motions. There's no like ball joint that allow it to come super far outward. From the shoulders to the elbows now. The elbows are double jointed, so they should be able to fold up pretty far. Okay, so the upper one is fine, but the lower one's being a little bit tricky. Okay, so that lower one doesn't seem to want to move. Okay, I'll mess with that later. How about this one? Are you going to be stubborn too? So the upper one rotates fine. Okay, this lower one's not so locked up. So you can see right there the upper and lower joints can rotate pretty far. This one's being tricky for some reason. I don't know if it's... Okay, that's like totally locked up. I'm not going to mess with that anymore. From there to the hands. The hands, unfortunately, they don't have a whole lot of motion. They don't, you know, rotate forward or back. They just simply spin. But as you probably saw earlier, there are... Or, no, wait, I stand corrected. Looking at one of these hands, I can see there is a joint in there. So it should, assuming it's not locked up. Yeah, okay, so the hands can rotate, but I would be extremely careful so that you don't break them. And of course the hands do appear to be meant to just pop out. Okay, so yeah, the hands do rotate. Pardon me for saying they don't. And there's multiple different hands that you can put in for different poses if you want them holding certain things. Oh wait, that's what that... Oh, so that's what this hand's probably for, is holding the shuriken. Okay. And so his right and left hands appear to be able to do that. Yeah, they just pop out. And they can rotate on a single joint like so. Alright, and I should probably go back up to the head quick, talk about how much that can move around. So head can do a full 360, and you can also see right there the dreadlocks being rubbery do not get in the way hardly at all. This head should also just pop off, and it does. I'm going to put his Predator mask head on because it looks awesome. Okay, it's being a little bit difficult. Is it on? Okay, it's on. Yeah, that looks awesome. Okay, so head has a decent amount of motion. Now, moving down from the arms to the torso. Torso can pivot side to side. And yeah, I can pivot forward and backward as well. A decent amount, it appears. And backwards too. So that's nice. Alright, and the abdominal area connecting to the hips, that also rotates, but it does not go forward or back. It's just simple side-to-side motions, and his belt is rubbery, so it has some flex, but you can't really rotate it too far without risk of... Okay, I stand corrected again. You can, were it not for the sheath for the sword, you could probably do a full 360. Legs, or no, yeah, abdominal down to the legs. There's in the hips, wow, he can actually spread his legs pretty far. And there appears to be some locking points to make it hold in place better. So legs have their typical outward motion as well as rotating forward and back. It should go for both legs, but this one's being stubborn. Okay, that one appears to be kind of locked up. Alright, not going to torque on that too hard. Now to the knees, those are also double jointed, much like the elbows. Hopefully they're not locked up, so his legs can be locked up. Come on, don't be. I mean, if I just gave it a little more force, it might go, but I really don't want to break this guy. He's not exactly cheap. All right, come on. Okay. So I got that one to move. Knees can twist up pretty far. So I can get the other one unlocked. Okay, no, that one's totally locked. Forget that. So, a couple of locked joints. Those are always fun to deal with. And now onto the feet. There's... What, was there like any... Okay, yeah, so at the top of the ankle, it can pivot forward or backwards and forward to some extent, but not a whole lot, but should be enough to get them in different poses. And of course, can... God, I gotta remember where the camera is. Can do a full 360 with both feet. So articulation out of the way. Well, I'll do a quick comment on this again. See if I can get you a better view of the plasma caster. So right at the base here, there is a ball joint that connects into the device on his shoulder. And then the gun itself can also is on a ball joint, so it can look up and down and all the way around. And then it can also just, tuck back down when it's not being used. Okay, now that articulation's out of the way, let's talk about the paint job on this guy. It is gorgeous, to say the least. The helmet's a metallic blue. Appears to have kind of like a dark blue wash to add some more detail into it. Same on the plasma caster, mostly a dark metallic blue. A little close to the black, if I may say. And there's also a lot of accurate detail on his weapon, his shoulder weapon back here. The sheath also, like, even there's so many details like you wouldn't normally see, but they actually added to it, like this little spine connecting to the sheath. It has a silver color on it. His armor, yeah, out of his armor, pretty much anything metal is that dark metallic blue. And his body, it's kind of like a yellowish green as the primary color, and then there's these green streaks that a lot of predators have. There's also some red spots within the green. I don't know why you can see that, but it's there. And the predators have their trademark fishnet that they always wear. By the way, I don't know a whole lot about predator lore. Why do predators wear fishnets? Honest question. So, and also the dreadlocks on all these heads. Actually, I should comment on the heads, because there's even a lot of detail on these faces. So both of them have like a red crest across the top and the yellow and green on the forehead. Even like deep within the mouth of the roaring predator, you can see there's a bunch of little like pink and red tones to give it that fleshy appearance. And on the eyes too, they're like yellow with green around the sunken in areas. There's a lot of detail on these things. It is really cool. So I think that's really all I have to say about what this guy can do. He's a really cool figure, and I am glad that I bought him. By the way, I probably should have mentioned this earlier. He retails for $30, I believe. Oh, $35. So, a little up there in cost, but, you know, not as expensive as a lot of other figures on the market. And gotta say, I think this is $35 well spent. I'm going to be happy to have this guy on my shelf next to the other Predator I have and the other figures that I've collected. So those are my thoughts on the Ultimate Armored Lost Predator. If there's anything you feel I should have mentioned, let me know, but I hope this video was helpful to someone, and I will see you next time.